spooky session. This is your reading for Wednesday, May 1st. If you would like to see the spread, lvx Media Net on Instagram, it will be published in the stories. So let's lay it all out here. The theme card is the inverted Ten of Cups, keywords being domestic unrest, disharmony, or isolation. Tool card is the inverted Page of Pentacles, missed chances, poor prospects, and laziness. The obstacle card is the Tower. The keywords are destruction or upheaval or chaos. The advice card is the Hanged Man. The message here is to accept reality, especially as it pertains to difficulties that are brought on by our own choices. Sixth instinct today is the Warrior. The message of this is the ability and strength to overcome obstacles and or achieve goals. Moon phase, last quarter. This is the time to reflect on the past moon phase and start determining what went well and what didn't as we prepare to set intentions for the next. So let's put it all together here. I think I'm going to start doing this with every time we get a not so great theme card. The message I'm going to start with is, though the poor themes persist, so do we. Fun stuff. The inverted Ten of Cups, it's a sign of breaking or broken ties with people that you were previously close to, or forging or other people that you might be trying to forge connections with, and those new relationships are not living up to the romanticized versions that we create in our heads. I know that during this week, we've gotten a message of trying to connect with like-minded people. So I don't know, maybe they're not as awesome as you hoped. Whatever the case is, regardless of which or how many of these circumstances fit your life situation, the implication is to temper expectations, put more effort into building and restoring these relationships, building or restoring, whatever the case is. The Tool card is another case. Fucking God, we've been getting a lot of these. It's a card that's a little difficult to frame in a positive light. The inverted Page of Pentacles is typically a sign of distraction, or distraction like misprioritizing things, or being so overwhelmed that rather than try to address the issues, we try to ignore it and do literally anything else. So to frame this as a positive tool, something that can help us with the theme card's implications, I think it would be best to take it as a sign of where our focus and priorities need to be directed. Like, we've become so distracted with other things that our personal relationships are suffering. So the idea here is to give them the appropriate level of focus to fix them, or to continue building upon them if this is a newer connection that you're forging here. The obstacle card in this effort is the tarot card. It's the fucking Tower card, which can have a couple of interpretations. First, and I think this is the least likely option, is that we're heading towards an unknown, unexpected major life change that's going to rock the foundations of our day-to-day lives, and it's going to be the impediment of reestablishing or rebuilding relationships. Second, and I think that this fits better in the context of the reading, is that the upheaval is going to come from within. That is to say that our actions or our words are the barrier to rebuilding relationships with friends and family. So the advice card, it's just a general message for the day overall, and which is it's acceptance, right? Accept your role, accepting things for what they are and what our role has been to bring these circumstances to be, rather than looking for any sort of outside causes. It's important, though, to keep in mind that accepting the weight of our actions and shaping reality does not necessarily mean giving up and letting events play out as they will. That brings in the sixth instinct card, the warrior. I think that this card's message reinforces the interpretation of the tool card that we got, and it's up to us to make the appropriate changes to correct whatever unfavorable circumstances we're experiencing. I think the warrior card is just a little bit more of a positive way of pushing that type of message rather than saying stop being a fucking bitch like the inverted page of pentacles is doing. So I guess little bit of a front hand and backhand. The stone today, it's a sodalite. Sodalite, sorry. The best uses for this are introspective exercises, and more specifically in rational and logical thinking. So that is best applied in making the plans that reshape our lives for the better. So the moon phase, similar message here. Reflect on the last moon cycle and make determinations of what did and didn't work as we start preparing for the next moon cycle and setting new intentions for the next one. So that might be part of the planning process that the stone and the sixth instinct and the tool card all mention. So there you have it. If you want to see how I put this all together, patreon.com/lvxmedianet. I publish a video at the end of every week that shows the little ritual that I do for putting this all together. It's not just taking out a pack of cards, shuffling it a few times, and then pulling a few out and seeing what they say. It's not quite how it works. Not for me anyway. So if you want to see how I do all of it, it's pretty involved, pretty intricate. I'm pretty happy with it. I think the videos are getting down to I have it to a good recipe, so it's pretty consistent at this point. The first ones were kind of rough, but that's all right. 833 Lux Pods. Any questions or comments on the reading itself, or just anything in general? If there's something that you want to hear more about, like new additions have been, the moon, adding in a crystal for the day, that type of stuff. So if there's something else maybe that you want worked in or whatever, you can call or text that number. It's anonymous either way. I don't know who you are if you don't tell me. If you want your audio cut into the show, ideally call and leave a message. You can also send voice notes on WhatsApp if you're partial to that. Either way, whatever works better for you, I'm here to accommodate. LVX MediaNet is a social media handle everywhere. If you cannot find it, we are not on it. If you want a personal reading, the website lvxmedia.net is that's the place to go get one. If you hit the spooky button on the front page, or just type it in as .net/spooky, and there's a form that you can fill out. Give me as much information as you're comfortable with sharing, but the more detail that I get, the better that I can, the more detail I can give you in return, right? So keep that in mind as you fill it out. Another thing, you can peruse the artwork for all the different decks that I have. I think that's an important part of getting a personalized reading. I think it is anyway, because you're not in front of me, right? So it's not very easy to give it as much of a personal touch, because I can't see you or anything like that. So I think picking a deck that you feel represents you best, that's a good analog, I suppose, since that's the best we can do. On the note of personal readings, for the love of fuck, do not bring me any weird shit. I like to consider myself a pretty tolerant and open-minded person, but don't. If shit is morally questionable, it's unethical, whether or not it's illegal, the illegality, like we can fucking play that one by ear. But if it's something that's just like objectively wrong, then please do not bring that to my inbox. Right. Yeah. Speaking of inboxes, if you want to contact me with something as it pertains to the readings, the phone number or the website are the best places to do it. If you try to DM me, those inboxes are not private. They are not private. Social media inboxes are not private. All right. I said it 3 times. You can't miss it. Those aren't private. Don't DM me there if you don't want other people to read it. And yeah, fuck, on that cheerful note, I'm gonna leave it here. It's pretty fucking late and I need to get to bed. All right, so tomorrow I will be back, and hopefully you will too, at the same ooky time, same spooky place.